Gotta say, I'm not feeling it today, but show up every day, you get something good out of it. So let's have a crack. Alright, so we want ability. I could use class agnostic. I'm figuring out the data structure for like the game state that's going to hold the unit's domain experience, and then we're going to use the UI to sort of pull off of that. We'll throw out some default information and just make the UI sort of work. That's what we're going to do. Alright, so first off, so with ability earning, we're going to apply them to an ability name, and we're also going to have category. B requires equipment. Categories. Oh, it's sort of awkward though. Let's have a look at vanilla. So we've got weapon templates. They have weapon cats. Pardon me. And then we have equipment cat. Well, they don't have an equipment cat. Righto. These are weapon cat and item category, item template. Maybe we're okay because all the things that we want to apply where are our item categories? Oh, okay. So here we go. We can probably use these categories. All right. And this is in what? Game data. A whole bunch of weapon categories, weapon tech categories, armor tech categories. So we care about item cat, probably, because we've got medkits in here, I think. Combat stim, heal, yeah, heal, defense. So I don't know if I'm going to have a clean and clear way to apply these abilities just through. I don't know, we can use this. So yeah, looks something like that. I'm not going to use this information yet anyway, so it's probably okay. And what this probably means, we can probably nix this by just assuming that these are either empty and they require the ability, or they're not empty and then it knows to apply. So yeah, we can reduce that amount of data, remove some redundancy. Alright, what's next? Alright, we need a setup for pulling this stuff in. So the way you attach extra data to stuff is by use of a component. So getting that component looks a little like this. So we want to get back one of those, and we want so yeah, what it does is like component states only attach to one state, and that way you can give it your particular behavior, whatever it is, and keep it segregated from the main state, which obviously we don't want to adjust because vanilla depends on that. Okay, and it will either return none or that thing. And what we can also do is we can init that state based on either context so we can init unit domain experience. So let's make a Go game state unit domain experience get or create unit domain experience. So with this one, we have ourselves a unit. And we have ourselves an optional. Just gonna look this one up. I make these mistakes because what we're going to do is have an optional version. So the game state can be either there or not. It doesn't actually matter. You can see a lot of this shenanigans in Headquarters XCOM, so I'm just going to go have a look at this one. There we go, there's the pattern we want. Just put that off screen for a moment. Alright, so it's an optional XCOM game state. And if it's not there, then we automatically do all the things to create the game state. Otherwise, we do a bunch of stuff. So it has a behavior something like this. So this is a very familiar pattern. Very familiar pattern in the XCOM code base, and basically history is a change state object. Hey, RoboJumper. I figure I'm gonna have some more things eventually, so I don't think it makes much of a difference where it goes. It's just a holder for the functions after all. That's my take on it at present, though. Alright, anyway, first off, local, get unit domain experience component from unit with domain experience state does not equal none. And we're done. Otherwise, we're going to be doing a submission of the game state after creating what we want. Or rather, we'll create what we want and either submit the state, create a new one, doesn't really matter. Whichever one it needs to do, it will do. I'm just going to steal a bunch of code from one of my other mods to handle this. Right, so domain experience state. That was the plan. Optional out, surely. Or does it not matter in this case? Nah, I don't think I need out. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, out is only relevant for path by value types, and this isn't a path by value type. Man, I forget. I hate language switching because I'm just constantly forgetting what these properties are. Or rather, the syntax behind it. Alright, ranks. Alright, what we might do real quick. So what we're going to do is just see if we can get this information in where it needs to go. So I want to get the ability template manager, just because I can. In fact, I'll put that in an init function. Yeah, I'll put it in an init function. Alright, function init. So what I want to do is grab, not the ability templates, I don't care about them, I care about the strategy element templates. And the ability domain templates are going to come out of it. Alright, gimme. And then what am I doing? Go. Okay, I don't even need these default properties. Let's default it to 0. Alright, but we're going to put in, just for testing purposes, we're going to put in ranks 1 for now. So stats, ranks, and domain name. And then we're going to throw it on the strut. Oh, sorry, throw it on the array. However, eventually we're going to disregard the ones that are already existing. In fact, we could probably do all that now. So all right. Okay, we've got our unit state here. Okay, we've got no new game state, so we'll let it do its own thing here. So go. game state unit domain experience. Alright, we've got a domain template here, so we can go domain ix equals, or stat ix rather. What am I doing here? Stat ix equals unit domain state dot, we'll make a getter out of this. It's from a domain, unit domain stats, name, data name. And then I can go something like this. Alright, so unit domain state dot get stats for domain template dot domain data name. Go data domain template. Alright, what's next? Ability domain. In fact, what we'll also do we'll throw that in there as well, just so that we're starting to sort out things for pixels. So just for reference, we're going to be trying to do this guy. So we've got our name up here, we've got 7 abilities, we've got an XP bar underneath with a couple of ticks in it, and then we've got these bits. So we're going to be making use of, I'll stop moving my mouse. Alright, so we've got a UI list, a bunch of icons to make up the little ticks at the bottom left, UI text, UI panel with a background, UI list, UI icon, and those generic pixels will be used to draw the lines down the bottom. So that's what we're going for a general layout to start off with. yeah, that's helping me think because I need my specs, man. I need my specs. All right. Okie dokie. All right. Let me just quickly add the utilities file to the solution. Because that's about the only thing ModBuddy is good for. What I might do as well is just pull up the defaults. Oh, that might be useful one day. Good to know. But there was another UI utility that I was interested in. Not that one. Create divider line beneath control. Yes. So this is the generic pixel, the mighty generic pixel. Alright, so we got a width, got left and right. Let's make some solid numbers. So text padding left. That's width. Padding top, which is this guy. Padding bottom, which will make 10 as well. What's this fella? That's icon height right there, or the icon region. Alright. Size is right, colors are wrong. So they're all the highlighted styles. So what we want to go is foreground cyan and foreground cyan and background black. let me just refer to my docky docs. So let's practice with a few things here. We want a dull version color states. How does it get its color labels? I'm looking at this. Set foreground color state, get hex from color state. We've got warning, disabled, bad, good. Good HTML color, is that the yellowish one? Green, okay, wrong one. There's an accent though. The warnings, yellow and faded yellow. Warning 2, what's warning 2? Orange. Okay, so we want warning, EUI state warning for those. And then we've got disabled. Disabled is like a grey. Okay. So these are odd in that a lot of it's like the foreground is not your dominant color, I don't think. All right, UI state disabled. We're just going to see how this comes up. We're going to make it like you're able to interact with UI state warning. I'm just going to see what comes out of it. So background color state. And while we're here, we may as well play with running some pixels. So just find in the UI utilities where it had that concept. There's a DLC color, ACD 373. The light green. Yep. Alright, let's go hog wild on this. So what we need here, so we need XP tick height. Yeah, that's the main one, is just the tick height. And then the padding bottom, that should do it. Okie dokie, experience min, experience max. And then experience back. It will become clear in a moment. Right. Okie dokie. Man, I need a what's it called? No, I don't. Right. was going to make a utility for this. I'll write it a couple of times, and then once I know what the hell it's meant to look like, then I'll go from there. So experience back equals spawn class UI text, sorry, UI panel self dot inner panel. Alright, what does this look like? Pretty much we're always going to do something that looks a little like this. Alright, so exposition is height, take, padding top, padding bottom rather. Target control Y. Oh no, that was the X position. My bad. So leading adjustment. Oh, don't care about that. Alright, next up. We need ability, no, we need left padding, text padding left. Alright, target control, width. So that is going to be width, take, text, padding left, take, padding right. So we don't have at the moment, but we'll add it. Make that 10 too. And like we're expecting everything to be off to start off with, but this is a start. Okay, we will make this a faded color to start off with. Alright, disabled. Actually no, I'll just alpha it down. That'll be nicer. Okay. So instead we want our standard cyan, which is normal HTML color. Okay. Alright, so experience back. And then we're going for experience. It's going to be exactly the same, except its width is going to be a whole lot lower. So eventually we will do some maths on that. But for the moment we'll do that. And we won't set alpha on it. And then we want our ticks. So the tick min will be text padding left, and then height, take padding bottom, take tick height divided by 2. Yeah. And then height will be tick height 2. And that will always be up, and the one at the end will always be alpha down. Alright, and that one, left position, will be width, take, padding left. Padding right, rather. Okay. Oh, gotta fix up all these. And experience back. Probably due for a compile test for the mistakes I've no doubt made. And once we do this, like I'm only going to stick around for an hour, and it's been 40 minutes so far. So what I'm thinking is we'll have a play around with these colours, get them right, since trial and error is the only way I'm going to get them. And then from there I'll be able to keep it all moving. Wonder if I can remove the little container state that the standard UI icon has too. The standard hover state rather, of those little bracketed bits. Oh, that's real basic. Probably paves the way for even worse errors in a moment. $27 x domain x. Oh, whoops. Domain x int. Still going. 51. Local x domain x. I just think of indexes as a type now. Alright, great. More errors. 56. True false results in conditional operator must match. X. I'm full. I need one of them too. Not that it's super necessary, but anyway. Init domain row. That's right. I need stats to work, even though I'm not using them yet. So that is a go unit domain stats. Domain stats. I thought that had a set background color state on it. Let's have a look-see. Oh, set BG color state. Righty. Of course they couldn't just stick with an abbreviation for one of them. That would be too easy. Alright, what else am I doing? Now we got this guy. I don't even need it. I wish I could do that with a ternary. Looks like I can't. Right. Type mismatch in return. Unit domain experience number 60. I thought you could remove none. Oh, but of course it's a struct. You can't give back a none struct. Alright, well, if that's the case, then we need a blank struct. Which, I mean, technically is honest. Like that's exactly what you would receive back, wouldn't you? You'd receive back empty stats dot data domain name equals data name. That's all you'd get. Gotta remember, this is not an everything is an object. Not an everything is an object language. Alright, we're set up. Let's run it. A bit loud for me. Alright. So if we just do background, kind of end up not so great. That's right. So we set background, we'll set foreground, and we'll see how those come up. Little lines are doing alright, but I don't see our ticks. They seem to overhang for some reason, so we need to address that. We can probably give a bit more space to the left, although this automatic weapon is probably a bit too long. Let's add a bit of spacing to this when we get down to it. So the width of this thing might be incorrect as well. Where's the grid? What was it? what was it? It was toggle grid. It was something to do with grids. Draw grid. All right. Hello. Okay. All right. So what we got? Okay, so that must be 50 pixels. Let's sync that up. Pixels, 700 exactly, so 650 exactly is the actual width of what we're looking at here. Take a screenshot of that. Our tick height is 0, that's why they didn't show, because I didn't actually put anything on the tick height. So other than that, everything looks sort of alright. But yeah, we need to change our width. We'll work with those colors and we'll see what we end up with. I wonder whether that that width that they've got there is actually from original XCOM. I bet it is. Anyway, so tick height. Gonna make that 6. Make it 8. See how it looks. All right, each of these foreground color. Okay. Init icon. I'll just have a look at what the other aspect of init icon is. Init BG state. Right. Yep. Give me the int. Guerrilla op. Int. Okie dokie. Got a bunch of things in place. Guess we'll just see what it looks like. Is there anything else I can do with regards to the icons? Oh, icon BGs? How ability icons constructed? We'll just see how this comes up and then we'll go from there. Actually, that's the other thing I wanted to check, is just how you can put spacing between things in the UI list. Item padding, okay. Alright, let's just do that. We'll see how it comes up. Let's run that. That'll make it for me tonight, but yeah. Got to get back to streaming every day and just getting an hour of progress every day. Makes a huge difference. I felt really productive that week, those 2 weeks, where I I could only do an hour a night, but I made sure to do that hour every night. And even if I, chilled out by playing games after or whatever, that hour a night always achieved something. The realization that this project, I never get enough. I never get enough time. I can never sit down with this project for a day. That's just the straight out truth, because I got a real job, a real self-employed job, but still a job. Good question regarding the get or create with the same game state. I have no idea, but we'll find out soon enough. So padding right hasn't been set, which is why it looks like it does. Oh, look how Perk Pack does their icons, because their icons look right, and mine don't. Where is their armory? They do it in Flash? Oh. Why can't I do mine in Flash? A lot of X editing. Yeah, not doing that. Stuff that. But anyway, let's have a look at soldier abilities. So it's got this background. See, it's this one here. So it's got the background, and then it's got an entity around it. That's super easy to do. I can do that. I think I can do that. All it is one icon in front of the other. Maybe that's not worth the effort right now, because I can just do this when they're activated, go blue when they're selected, call it a day. That would work. But then it's an inversion too, isn't it? So this one's background. The background's the color. The background's where the color comes from. Yeah. Alright, so here's the deal. It's got foreground color of black, because that's why it's a pain in the ass to see all the actually see what all of it sets up like. Yeah, if I add another one, I know it's select and navigator hell. It'd be great if I could make them unselectable, but let's just pretend not to do that, and let's just get it as close as we can without doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the front of it to black. Yeah, black HTML color. Okay. So this is the background state. The foreground is all, yep. Okay, so disabled. So let's go warning, disabled. And then for all of them, we're going to set the foreground color to black. So that will be class UI utilities colors dot const dot dot black HTML color. I believe I'm allowed to set these with hexes. Let me just double check that. Set BG color as well, and it's a string. Yep. No, foreground color. I am right. I want it to be foreground color. And the only thing in addition to this is a border around the BG. Around the whole lot. Init icon, load icon BG. Okay, so if the icon has got the color on it, then I reckon there's a common background for all icons. I don't even care about the shine. Don't give a toss about it. I just want that little border that it's got. I'm sure there's a lot that can be done. Like I'm just working with what tools I understand myself to have. But if there are more, then we will eventually find them, I'm sure. Okay, no backgrounds. Nope, ain't got it. That's okay. Let's have a look at how they look with what I've done, and then we'll call it there. So what I was looking for is because there's this for UI icon, there's this load icon, and then there's load BG icon, which I assume is the shape of the background. So if the background has that little tick aspect to it, then that can be the shape. Yeah, that can be the shape behind it, and that gives me a little bit further out, which will give me my my glowing edges, so to speak. But anyway, let's see what comes out of this, because it might actually come close to that anyway. No, this is actually fine. So what we're missing is a background icon, which is what all the other ones have. So what we need is a complementary background icon for all of these, and I'm gonna find it. Where could I find it? So I'm either gonna find it in the content browser, or I'm gonna find it
That's the only reason I cry.
Alright, so yeah, what I'll do is I'll try and find it. Where could I find it? Where could I find it? They must have one, surely. It's like a square icon, square background icon. Might even be in here somewhere as blank. Come on, gimme, gimme, gimme. I mean, target hack BG. It's almost right. I reckon that's worth a shot. Texture 2D. Stuff it, let's try it. Image / load icon BG. Is it free slashes? I forget. I forget. Show icon BG. Oh, that was a failure too. Init icon size. I should be making these true. All right, I'll have a look at what these look like. One with, one without. So I can figure out whether I'm doing something wrong. Init icon. May as well init with the right icon. No, I won't init with the right icon. Okay, name, init icon, init is clickable, show icon BG. Let's just have a look at that, see how it runs. I gotta close you. The background is part of the icon. So the way those icons are composed is they have the foreground, which has an alpha component, and then the background of each of those icons is composed with, so the background is where all the color comes from. It's not actually from the foreground. That I know for sure. I did use set BG color, but it was set to false, which is why it didn't show up. So that's why I'm just running these experiments to see how it comes together, because I've already set the foreground color. Almost there, son. Yeah, there we go. So if we omit the background image, we get pretty much exactly what we want right there. So we don't need that background image, we just need a background enabled. That'll do. Because the background image, that's a little bit smaller. But yeah, this one right here is what we want. So we won't load the icon BG. So that means we don't have to use two different things, which is good. And since I'm in the mood for testing, I want to look and see what it looks like. We've got warning state and UI state normal is the other one. So I want to check the cyan version as well. I feel like that needs to be a faded yellow rather than that one as well. Perk promotion yellow. Perk HTML color is what I'll go for. I'm going to take it that perk HTML color doesn't actually come up anywhere else. Sure doesn't. Right, so I'm going to have to use it directly. Okay, so let's go here, we'll go set BG color, and we'll grab perk HTML color. We're using so here we're setting perk the general cyan color, so we're just going to use normal HTML color for that one, and then the last one is the disabled version. Maybe we let's have a look at how faded cyan looks. Alright, this is the last one for real. And I'm sure there's some niceties in how the main Flash control does the icons, but if we get close enough, that's good enough for me. I always say I'm going to be here for like an hour and then I get excited and then I run over 15-30 minutes. That's what progress feels like. Last look. That's what it looks like. Alright, so we can add some spacing. We need to shunt that down a bit. It's too high. So these are selected, these are promotions when they're available. This is too strong, so this is going to be moved to disabled. And I'm going to do those silly locks, they're dumb. Should let people know what's coming up in the perk tree. Alright, so disabled is fine there. Okie dokie. Might just, so that I don't forget, if we've got a padding right, it's not enough. Let's width, take text padding left, take padding right, step position, text padding left. Alright, let's increase the padding right, and let's, with the tick height, I don't think it's setting its height correctly. Divided by 2 plus 1, just to give it one little pixel push down. Alright, that'll keep me happy. Okay. So next is to actually make use of some of that data model that I've actually got there. So the first test case will be if you've got one rank, it'll let you choose one of those particular things, and then eventually we'll figure out how to reward that stuff, and then things will happen. It'll be great. You'll love it. Alright. Anyway, we're making progress. That will be it for tonight. I will try to be back tomorrow night, get another hour in, and just keep on limping our way towards a class structure that should hopefully feel pretty interesting to work with. Alright, that'll be it for today. Take it easy, y'all. See you around.